Hey guys, so this is Nasser again, and today we're going to be going over how to draw squares in Scratch using the sprite. Now, if you want, you could also watch the polygon video where we learn how to draw shapes using the sprites, shapes with different sides, but in this case, we're going to be using the grid background or backdrop for our stage, and we're going to be using the arrow sprite for drawing our square. Now, as you can see, we already have the script already built out. So, as with everything or every program, we always use the event block. The event block starts the program, so never forget that. And we go to motion and we go to the motion block that says go to X and Y. And as you can see, it says 0 and 0. And remember from previous lessons that means we want it to go to the origin, or we want the sprite to be at the exact center of the stage. Point in the direction of 90 degrees. Now remember what that means. That means we want our sprite to point that way, to point to the right. And of course, since we have a pen for drawing, we go to our pen tag, we go to set pen color. Now remember, with this block, you could always set the pen color based on whatever color you drag it over to. So let's say I want this shade of red. So the next time we draw our square, it's going to be red. We set the pen size to 3. Now, when you set the pen size, it's always the thickness or thinness of the drawing itself. So if we set it to 1, for example, you see it's really thin. So you could see that it's a thin, small line that's making up the entire square. But if we set it up to 3, you could see that it's a little thicker, and we could see our block or our square much easier than we could before. Now, we use the pen down block basically so we could tell the program, listen, I want the pen to be on the stage when we start the program. So I want the pen on the stage drawing the rest of the script when the program starts. And the reason we have the clear block is so that we could clear up any drawings that we had in previous runnings of the program. Now, as you may have already noticed, we have these 4 small sections here. And the reason we have these is because we're telling the program, listen, I want you to move 100 steps this way, turn 90 degrees, wait a second, then go 100 steps up, or another 90 degrees, wait another second, move 100 steps to the left, wait another second. So as you can see, we're going 90 degrees. And remember, the reason why we do this divided by 4, or we have these 4 sections, is because 90 by 4 is 360. So remember that we're always doing it in terms of a circle. A circle has a total of 360 degrees. So in order to get a square out of that concept, we have to tell the program, listen, here are the 4 sides we want. So 360 divided by 4, which is 90. That's why we use 90 degrees in each section. And the reason why we have 100 steps, which is, as you can see on the x-axis right here and on the y-axis as well, is so that we could tell the program move 100 steps that way and keep moving 100 steps for each side. And of course, we have the wait so that you can visibly see when the sprite is about to move and when it is about to draw another side in the square. So if I start the program, it did exactly as we told it to do. So it waited for the play button to be pressed or clicked. It moved the sprite to the origin, which is right here. It set the pen color to red, which is the same color of our stop button up here. The pen size was 3 so that we could visibly see the sides, so that it's a little bit more thicker for us to see, so it's easier for us to see. It laid the pen down on the stage area so that it would start drawing. It cleared up any previous drawing we had on the stage area before, and for each of these sections, as we said, it moved the sprite 100 steps every 90 degrees, 4 times for the number of sides in a square. And of course, if you want to add more sides, then we go to Control, wait another second, go to Motion, move 100 steps, and then we get another turn. And since we're doing it by 5, now we have to figure out what 360 divided by 5 equals. So remember, 360 divided by 4 is 90, but 360 divided by 5 is 72. So if we want to have a pentagon shape, we change every single one of these to 72 degrees. So remember, we're doing this in terms of 360 degrees, so that's why we have 72 for each section. And as you can see, we have a perfect pentagon. And it's going 100 steps per side. So if you want to draw more sides, just remember, you have to put in more of these sections, more of these blocks from the motion blocks, or the motion tag, and take the number of sections that you have and divide 360 by the number of those sections to get the desired shape that you want. So that's it for drawing squares and drawing shapes in Scratch. Don't forget to click like on the bottom, leave a comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you.